Tape is rolling, boys and girls.
What happened to the boys and girls?
I said tape is rolling, boys and girls. Quiet on the set.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. Ain't no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo of Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news from right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your listening and viewing pleasure. It is Whacked Out Wednesday here on NBNN, Wednesday, June 14th, 2017. How's everybody doing out there today? Thanks for joining us.
And we all hope you got your free taco yesterday.
Your free Doritos Locos taco? Is that the taco you're talking about?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Nope.
On Taco Tuesday?
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it.
That would mean a free trip to the outhouse.
Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for a free colon cleanse, just go to Taco Bell during their free taco day.
That's right.
That's right.
I tell you.
All right.
All right, who's got their speakers up really loud today?
Oh, I know. I know the answer to this question. Don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know
right?
what you're talking about. So,
Well, we do have lots of news for people today,
lots
including
and
a
lots
stand-up
and
corner from
lots
yesterday.
of news.
And see, there's also something really important that happened today.
What
It
was
is
that?
Gix Vargach's birthday.
It's also Donald Trump's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Who
really?
cares about that? Matt.
Where are ya?
See, if we had a butt slap emote, we could be giving him his birthday
We can
slap.
be giving them the
butt
birthday
slaps.
butt slaps. That's right.
But we don't have a butt slap emote, so I know the Deco Divas are very sad because they do not have their butt slap emote.
Now, do they
And
get
they've
their
been requesting
birthday
that.
off? Down there. I don't know.
Well, it depends on how much they've been drinking. I mean, they do have to maintain the Balmer curve down in the office,
Well,
and
we
if they're
know
not doing
all
a good
about
job,
that. I mean, there's no
Oh, yeah.
question there. Of course, the community does an awesome job at keeping them supplied in all sorts of different booze. So there's always some booze in the break room.
oh yeah, always.
There's always a bottle of Tito's floating around that office. I know that much.
Not always for that.
No, really. Every
Not
time
always
I've
for
been there,
that.
there's always been a bottle on the table even before I got there.
Well, you're generally coming in for special events of some sort, and sometimes there's a bottle of Tito's that just magically appears. Yeah.
I'll have to
And
ask
the
Liz.
Tito's is
Liz, go to
Casey's
the break room
favorite.
and see if there's a bottle of Tito's. I want to know.
Well, is the list even here?
Oh, I don't know. He's around someplace.
See, list isn't here.
Here.
Let's see if he's on the list.
And our set's a little empty today. I
List
don't
is not
know
on
why.
the list.
Dark too, man.
Yeah.
You need to turn the lights up.
Been
I think
quiet.
it's because everybody's like taking the next couple weeks off
Now,
while they're
I've
waiting for the
seen,
new release.
a couple topics out there on people trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if you've noticed, but gold prices on the forums and stuff have taken a bit of a dive over the last couple weeks.
Well, we do know that that's always going to be fluctuating, and especially as people like do dumps, and so there's always going to be high price, low price.
Well, somebody out
involved
there was
in anything.
speculating that there was too much loot available because there was lots and lots of gold out there being sold, and the price was coming down. Now, the controversy there was now, is the price coming down because there's too much gold on the market, or is the price coming down because there's not enough demand for it, for people paying cash?
I would say it's probably demand.
That would be mostly my guess.
Yeah, because we have to remember that even with the free play weekends, we haven't been bringing in a whole lot of new players into the game. And so with a lack of new players, that's a lack of opportunities. And there's not really a good reason to have a lot of gold in the game. I mean, the gold sink that was supposed to exist, which was the taxes for your lot, nobody's paying taxes because everybody's got a tax-free deed of some sort.
Well, for the most
there's no
part,
reason.
I am.
For the most part, yeah.
Taxes. I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not paying enough in taxes.
Yeah, there's enough gold sinks. Shut up before you ruin it.
You know what? Just for you, they need to increase the taxes, Led Zepp.
Yeah, double the
Just for
recipe
you.
price for everything. Yeah,
Yeah, and so
that's what it is. Yeah.
Well, they need to control the cost of most of those things, because you end up like whenever you're crafting anything, you're essentially going for net zero.
Yeah.
For a lot of it, and they haven't really done a good economy pass. And some of these people that are dumping gold, what they're doing is they're going out hunting artifacts and then turning around selling those to other players. And so that artifact in the player economy is like free money. And if you also look at the artifact prices, those have been dropping like there's no tomorrow as well, and that's because more and more people are getting them.
Good.
I mean, Laz only has like 24 of them.
24 what?
24 artifacts.
Yeah, I got a fair share. My latest investment scheme is in dragon haunches, though.
What?
Yeah,
What you buying for?
because Laz is making the dragon stew.
Dragon stew. That's right.
Yeah, but as soon as we get more information and there's more of an active player base, I think you'll see that gold prices will actually go up instead of down.
You gotta remember, all the rich kids are out on summer break and they're all vacationing.
Hey, that means that you should be increasing the prices and not lowering them.
Yeah, if they're out on vacation, well, see, it depends on how you look at that. You know, sometimes spring breaks, summer breaks, you get an influx of people. Other times, people go away and you get a decrease in people. It's really hard to call, that is for sure. But right now, I can say there's no lack of people spending, there's no lack of bartering, there's no lack of trading. I'm actively, and again, take it from two guys who spend 99.9% of their time right on this lot. Yeah. I can't tell you.
I can attest to that.
Yeah,
Their asses
if you ever need a free ride to, or a cheap ride to Owl's Head,
yeah, people get surprised when they see me out stocking my vendors. It's like, dude, what are you doing out here? Why ain't you in Owl's Head? And so, I gotta get out every once in a while and go stock the vendors. I mean, we do have vendors in other places aside from Owl's Head. Shameless.
Yeah, I did finally actually on my other milling account, I did finally GM milling on that one.
Yeah.
I was at 98 for a while. So I have an account with 140 hit points and GM milling.
Now, I gotta broach another subject.
140 hit points. I mean, you talk about like, yeah, 140.
Yeah.
I gotta broach another subject here, and I saw this commentary in the forums, and I'm curious what other people think out there, because this may have a little traction. So, Jack, knowing everything we know about what's been said about combat, the higher your adventurer level and the more skills you have gives you a better chance to hit, was the example. Now, somebody put forth the idea that you didn't have to GM, say, a whole school of, say, archery or swords or any of the weapon schools. All you really had to do was put enough points in any skills in your tree in order to make your adventurer level to turn the monster green, basically. Do you think that has any weight?
I will say that as I have leveled up, and you have to remember, I'm relatively low level. I think I'm only 52 or something like that as far as my adventurer level. Yeah, I know. It's but then I've got 2 crafting GMs. It's like, what?
I've got 4.
Well, it's only because I only do 2 things.
Yeah,
I do have
all Jack
pool.
does. He's even worse than me.
Yeah.
Put that out
I
for
hardly
the
ever
year.
miss. I don't miss that frequently, so it's one where I think it's kind of hard to track, just because as you're leveling up and you run out of mobs that are going to be red, and the way the combat system's already done anyways, you're not missing a lot anyways.
Right, but the concept is I can put 60 in totally useless skills across the board in order to get that balance to change. So I could easily level every skill up to 60 and change that balance, is what the theory behind this is.
I thought missing was based on your skill or your adventure level.
Well, that's exactly
right?
what I'm saying.
It's Shroud math. It doesn't make any sense.
So the pool of experience in general, it doesn't mean you have to spend it all to become the master sword fighter or the greatest halberd wielder ever seen. You could have like 70 in halberds or swords and have 70 in everything else and balance that number without killing yourself, is what the concept is. So I'm just curious to get what feedback there is on that thought and what that theory was. And I didn't see much more on that thread, but I'm curious just to see what people think about it.
Shroud math.
The person I probably need to talk to about that would be Umari.
Yeah, we haven't seen Umari in a while. I think he's working on Soda HUD, what, 6?
He's doing some more work on there, of course, with all the changes to combat and different things like the banking and mail system. He's had to go back and fix a couple of things there because, of course, your alerts don't come in via the bank anymore. So I'm sure he's busy working doing that. And, of course, for those of you who don't know, if you go out to Umari's website, he's got a bunch of those nice little scripts that'll allow you to see a lot of that public data out there. Now, there's another one. Everybody's crying about those halberds being gone, and they can't find them anymore. But I looked like 2 days ago, and like the number 3 thing that was being sold to merchants was those halberds still. So
Leftovers.
they are still there in game. So maybe they've just moved.
You just have to change your hunting scene.
They've just moved. Yes.
Not
Hello.
in foothills anymore.
Well,
like
we
it
know that
right
because
there.
that's what everybody's complaining about. But all I know is I looked at the numbers. People are selling them in droves still, so they're still in the game. They've just
I think
moved.
they're just selling off their backstock because you fill a chest full before you start selling them.
Dude, number 2 on the list. Okay, we're talking thousands upon thousands. I was talking like 30, 40,000.
That's not backstock.
Leftovers
in the
box.
hour.
That is not leftovers.
Yeah, that's not leftovers.
Where are they?
I'll tell you what. Let me go look at it right
All
now,
five.
and I'll tell you what it is. How about that? Let's see.
Let's check that out.
Let's go to umurray.com.
Bum, 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 bum.
Loot
You act like
drops
you're not there
over
yet.
the last 12 hours. Let's go to that. Actually, that's not. I want this.
I'm waiting for it to load.
25.
Dun, 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 dun.
Find out where they're coming from too. What zone?
Items
Oh,
sold
my.
to merchants. Ooh.
Well, if you actually look at
Oh,
Bright Room Path,
oh.
they've got the two-handed hammers. Then we can always do a
yeah.
search on here for halberd.
Nothing like it was up in those hills.
Yeah, it looks like the portal is down because all these are returning errors.
Let's see.
It's closed for Matt's birthday.
Yeah. Uh-oh, statistics tables don't exist.
That's what I'm
What the
saying.
hell?
Yeah.
Eyes.
What the hell?
I think Port William closed down for Matt's birthday.
Well, let's
Well,
see.
they're out celebrating by drinking and doing other weird things.
No, they all went out to Farrell's.
What?
What?
Farrell's
I
in
am not
Brooklyn,
familiar
man.
with that place. That place does not exist in Austin.
That's why it's closed down. They went out of Austin.
Anyway, moving right along. We'll have to get back to this tomorrow and see if this comes back up tomorrow. I'm just looking to see if there's something else I can do to get that information.
So they don't drop halberds anymore. What do they drop up there?
Clubs.
Clubs, lawn clubs. The maximum
Wooden
value
clubs
of 70.
that give you metal scrap upon salvage. Things that make
Get outta
you
here.
go,
What?
Get out of here.
What? Wooden clubs that give metal scrap?
Can't make this shit up.
Spikes.
Okay, so are you
Apparently.
ready for stand-up corner finally?
Are we gonna do stand up?
Are you are you
give them the
prepared?
hot news first. Let's do the stand up. We'll
Nope.
save the hot news for later. Okay.
Yeah. So let's see. So this is the stand-up corner from yesterday. Don't forget that is where they say, "Hey, I worked on this yesterday. I'm working on this today." Something random gets written down and eventually gets posted to the forums. So this was posted on Taco Tuesday. Remember, today is Hump Day.
Del Loco Taco.
Damon over in the art department
Damon Waldron.
working on updating the visual effects for Healing Burst and Purify.
Wonder if it's going to work now.
Have you noticed that if you do a costume change, you now have like really fancy hand movements?
No.
Oh, show us.
Yeah, so if
It's
you
been a
get
while
up and-
since I changed my
and
costume.
you do that. Is this now?
I mean, wouldn't that be a Gix thing, not a Damon?
I saw it last night.
Oh.
Okay.
Huh.
Well, that is what you've been doing.
No, I saw something
I
different
tried.
last night.
I think the only thing that might be a little bit, I don't even know if it's different or not, but the wrist action while you're doing it.
Yeah, I don't know what she's.
Yeah,
Oh,
but I never really paid attention to it, but it looks like the same animation that has been there.
There's rustic
Patience.
likes when
It's
you do
hallucinating
that wrist
again.
action.
But yeah. Who doesn't?
It's
I want a little
good
wrist
fun.
action. Unfortunately, it's only my wrist that's given the action for me.
Netflix.
Oh,
and shit.
man. With myself. Fletcher.
My meat is under a wrist.
Oops.
Yeah.
What's wrong with your meat?
He's still working on Shroud of the Avatar and the Elven armor. Kevin,
well,
he's still trying to gently massage the textures on Arabella's face.
he's rubbing him in.
He's trying to move things around. He's rubbing the lotion in its skin. It's like, oh, this isn't quite right. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
A little bit to the left. Oh,
there's
right there. Right there. Oh yeah. Yep. Then yesterday, Gix Vargach.
Dancing pets. Yeah.
What's the matter with you? Do you have a problem?
I don't get it.
You don't get what? The dancing pets you
Yeah.
don't get?
Don't get it.
Well, I mean, he's taking lessons from Led Zepp, and he's like, what has he done to the sheep? And they need to be a little bit more skittish or accommodating, one of the two.
I thought they were pretty accommodating as it was, so I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's just me.
You act like the black corn was a bug. I mean, we know how that corn became blackened.
That's actually not true. I actually found some other black corn before that bug was fixed.
Well, see, unfortunately, what you don't realize is Led Zepp had been through the territory before you got there.
Okay, he'd been through the
Yeah,
cornfield
see.
before I got there. Is that what you're insinuating?
Absolutely. He had to test every single one to find his favorite that he brought back to the set and placed gently beside his chair. Reed
brother.
is working on bugs.
Bug.
And he's playtesting the Truth Story.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Over in
finally.
design. Beezus.
Bees.
Not working on the crafting, but he's working on the offline data. And merchants
Back
and
on the
playtesting.
crafting.
A lot of playtesting going on. I hope they're really giving it a once over.
Well, I hope so too, because it'll only make the game better the more playtesting that they do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Seawolf.
Seawolf.
He was building a world inside of a world inside of a world in Celestis.
Inside of a world?
Inside of a world. Damien. He's still trying to work on Blood River's outskirts caves and quests and
caves.
dialogue review.
I like caves.
Caves are well. You love doing the deep dive in the caves, don't you?
Oh yeah.
You doing a little spelunking later?
Little balls.
Spelunking all over the place.
Yeah.
Inside the cave, spelunking.
All right, now we know how the cave walls were painted white.
Spelunking really deep into the caves.
That's not some mineral.
art.
It is a mineral deposit.
A vegetable.
Don't
Not
touch the
vegetable.
mineral deposits.
But that's specifically.
Animal, vegetable, or mineral.
Dan the man.
And the man Brennan.
Working on playtesting and crafting. Maybe he's taking up the Lunch with Laz and Jack challenge of
crafting 100
Challenge?
teleport and recall scroll challenge.
Yeah,
That is still
and see
open.
how pleasurable of an experience it is as you launch a different game and start playing that in the wait time. Never. And resource gathering. Oh man, how long does it take to gather this friggin' cotton?
Mm-hmm.
Long time.
Yeah.
Long.
Stanio. Working on bugs.
Bug.
And Solace Bridge's Outskirts quest. Then Lum the Mad.
Lum the Mad.
I always
He's
thought it was
discovered
Lumber.
a load of Jiras.
A dump truck of Jiras.
Hide them under the
Yeah.
rug. Hide them under the rug.
Sweep them under the.
All related to quests
In the closet.
and dialogue. Sorcerer Steve. Working on Libris Ruins discoveries and resource spawning. the energy vortex himself, List Rostov. He's boring smash on the Colossus spawning.
He's boring into the Colossus.
And playtesting.
A lot of
No, it doesn't.
playtesting.
Hey, I like it when they're playtesting because you can have this conversation because these are the guys working on the actual game, and as they're playtesting, they get to discover all of the same complaints that the players sit there and talk about.
Just a real quick
It's like, oh,
sidetrack
shit,
on that. There was a rule down in the offices where Star wanted everybody to play, what was it, an hour a day originally?
Unwritten rule, and depending on the
God mode
workload, may or may not be enforced. Well, supposedly that they have stopped trying to abuse the God mode internally, so that way they can actually level up and see what some of them player
Good
complaints
luck with
are.
that, yeah. Good luck with that.
And so Chris hunts with the programmers or the engineering department, and supposedly they were all level 60-ish naturally. So they have been working, and they have been going out and doing all kinds of things.
Level 60. So I suggest they head on down to, like, Elysium Mines and get their asses kicked by a couple artists who are green.
Yeah.
At level 60.
Level 60, that's when it really starts, I think.
Well, I mean, if you remember the original discussion, level 60 was when you can really start to be kind of effective in PvP because you've actually got a deck you can work with. But yeah.
0 to 50 is no problem.
I know.
Now, Drager chimed in on our topic earlier, and I guess we missed that, but he says he's a professional relic hunter at the moment, and the missed chance is also based on your decks.
Yeah.
So if you're a dex monkey, you have a better chance to hit. Is that what you're saying, Drager?
That's critical hits, I believe in it.
Well, if you've ever watched The Gamers, you know that the Dex Monkey gets all the critical hits. I mean, hello.
McFly.
And if you haven't watched that, you do need to watch The Gamers on YouTube, and The Gamers Part 2. It is an excellent movie.
But we're talking Shroud math.
Oh, we're talking Shroud math, yeah. Over in tech, Bobby.
Little Bobby Thompson.
This is working on the playtesting and some traps. JY. I'm waiting for something, man.
Arius is not here. You know when Arius is here. That's his bit. I don't know why you wait when he's not here.
That's his,
Uh-huh. You're going to say that's only his bit? Yeah. Something like that. Localization and code reviews and performance. He's trying to work on that artificial intelligence for the mobs and monster pathing. Then Wizard Smoke.
Here.
He's puff passing along the vendors in code cleanup and user interface and playtesting. The Deathbringer one and only. He's squashing a bunch of bugs. And still trying to figure out performance. Well, the Burning Toad.
The burn.
Vendors. And Unity updates. Because Unity's got patches. And you know what? Someone called me and then some reason it was automatically declined. I wonder if that was the doctor's office with my test results that I was given at 7:30 this morning.
Oh.
No, so you have an alibi for 7:30.
I was being woken up. Yeah. Tassel is working on the back-end web store updates and link code updates.
He's working on Led Zepp's favorite part.
Link code?
Yeah, the Link.
Well, he's trying to rescue Zelda. With Link. I don't know what Link code updates.
Link your armor to your deck. I don't know. Those. Yeah.
Yeah. Useless overhead group.
Link's a programmer's term. I forgot.
With NFG Andrea. Working on some forums. You killing me there, lass. Not doing anything. Are you lost?
You got it. Jeez, what's changed here?
And Barrick, working on forums review and general business and live stream and the weekly update. Whereas Hutch is working on general business and volumetric lighting.
Volumetric lighting.
And weather.
Weather.
The Attenwood is working on sanity testing and regression testing and rewards and play testing. Lord British, he's decided to put in some new JIRAs in general business.
That's why Lum's so mad.
I don't know why. I mean, let's put some more children into the game. Small little cages. They don't need very much room.
I got a JIRA for you. Fix the damn light spell.
What? Then you're going to want your cloak to light up or something like that.
Yeah, the light spell already works.
What's wrong with the light spell? Yeah.
Nothing.
Like a freaking candle.
Yeah, well, I've had complaints with the light spell, that stupid ball hanging over your head, but that's...
Wham, wham.
It's not even a ball anymore. It's just a tiny little spark.
I know. Don't get me started, Spiff. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? As you raise the light spell, it should actually increase the radius of the light spell as well.
I don't want a ball of light hanging above my damn head. I'm sorry.
You know you enjoy balls of light hanging over your shoulder, right in your cheek, and like that ball just slapping you upside the head.
That's
you know you
balls,
like that.
and it's not a ball of
between your
light.
legs?
It's light balls. It's a little
between your
Oh, you like the light balls on your
where do you
face,
want
not balls of
Where do you
light.
want it?
Oh,
Where
that's
would
what
you
I
like
was
your light
confused.
to hang?
You're confused there.
Hey, last balls in the face. I get confused. I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Well, you know, I saw that device that you put up on your... Yeah, I was wondering if that was a hint and whether you wanted me to wear that the next time we meet for you.
hey, I'm sorry to say, but someone's like, well, actually, it was Justin who was like, man, they don't sell that stuff at Walmart. So I went over to Walmart's page and actually did a search on that item, and you know what? It is there. It is sold by some of their other sellers. And I started laughing hysterically because if you're looking for the bedroom toys, which were part of the sponsored advertising on
What?
yeah, scroll up inside of scroll up. You'll
Come
find
on,
it.
Zeph, you
Just
know
scroll
better
up.
than that. First thing you do every day when you get here is scroll up and see all the shit you missed from last night. Come on.
Scroll up for yesterday at 4:26 p.m.
And last but not least on that list,
Serafina, with the shipping and forums in the customer service
the wonderful customer service.
and account services. And that's what our devs said they were working on yesterday.
Walmart sells that shit? Oh my God.
Yes, they do.
Now the funny part is you have to remember that was a sponsored ad.
That was a sponsored
on
ad.
Jesus, you're kidding me.
Somebody
By
paid
Facebook-
to
on
plaster
Facebook.
that all over the world. I love it. Yeah.
Probably a Jack's browser because he's been looking at all those weird sites.
Not on this computer. That's my other computer. Which
Well,
doesn't
on a
have
harness,
a Facebook
yeah.
account there.
That's a harness.
Yeah, you realize.
thing is like-
now do you realize what it's a harness for? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what it's a harness for. It's the real problem is if you need a harness for that, then there's other issues involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like it.
Moving right along. Lord British
Moving right
has
along.
got some interesting information for you. Which one do we want to start? We want to start with the announcement on the Trinity Avatar
The front page?
website?
Yeah, it's the same thing that came through your email last night, and that is Lord British invites you to
So you
the
have
upcoming.
today's email or today's forum post as well. I gave that to you earlier. You have
No.
that as well? Scroll up.
No, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Since you killed me when I was starting off with this, the email that came out last night, and I lost
just
myself.
asking
I
if
don't
you
even
have.
learn that. I can always get it. I mean, when the
okay.
time is right. I don't need it right now.
Well, I wasn't even going to touch the email. I was just going to the webpage. I mean, the webpage's got nice, pretty graphics and boat
Yeah, I'm aware.
topics and yeah.
Now, the funny part is going to be: is this the same friggin' post that you're making me open up?
It is not. Same topic, but not the same post.
Dun, dun, dun. It's just more information. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing.
Seed invest. Okay.
Pretty much the same thing as the other stuff. But Lord British is hosting a Q&A event webinar through GoToWebinar for people that are interested in the seed invest, especially those that have made reservations and would like to continue on by moving from the reservation into the investor.
Which
So if you're
has
interested in
already
becoming an
happened.
investor, you can join the Q&A session.
Now, for those who
For
don't
those-
know,
on
we
Wednesday,
have moved from
5
reservations
p.m.
to
Eastern.
investor status already. Just for those of you who do
Yes.
not know that.
Show the dividends on that. Come on.
And that is Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 Central or 2 Pacific.
Or
Don't ask me what that
later
is
on
in Australian
today,
time.
folks.
Yeah, couple of hours. Almost immediately following the Tech Talk Tuesday.
No, because Tech Talk Tuesday already happened today.
It did? What time did that happen?
Tech Talk Tuesday
I'm-
happened sometime early this morning on Wednesday. Don't ask. I don't know.
Okay. I know it was postponed, but I figured they would have postponed it to the afternoon.
If you
Yeah.
scroll up in your little MOTD, it popped up about 5 minutes into the show and says, "See the latest Tech Talk Tuesday."
Isn't that supposed to happen on Tuesday?
Well, you know,
Well, it was rescheduled to Wednesday.
Oh,
But why?
from 2 Tuesdays ago.
Yeah. And then Lord British is going to have another Ask Me Anything next week on Reddit. And that's going to be between 11 a.m. and 2 Eastern. And on that Ask Me Anything, you may ask Lord British anything.
that's right. What is
Biff's
the
already
function
got a
of the
list of
reticle?
questions working. He's got pen and paper right there, and he wants to know, what was your first question, Biff?
Vitralis,
What is the
Heart
function
of
of the
Britannia,
reticle?
said how big is it?
How big is it?
That's the
Well,
question.
well,
that
doesn't he
everybody
tell
wants
us
to know.
about that when he tells us about rubbing one out in space? No?
I don't know if he mentions the size. I mean, I
okay.
really don't know. Yeah,
Oh, my.
I am, but
But yes,
if,
that
if
is
you
in
want the
book.
important
That is an
information, you can
actual
always ask
story.
it. Yeah, you need to go explore, create, go read it, and you too can chuckle at the Lord British's space adventures. Okay, so where are we moving to now? I mean,
Well, apparently you think these are both the same thing, which I don't believe they are.
Well,
one is a
it's
notice and
covering
one
the
is
seed
a
invest.
handwritten message from Lord British. I don't know how you think that's the same thing. I just don't know.
hey, it's all about the seed invest stuff.
I
mean,
understand that, but
I mean, here, I'll bring it up and I'll let you read it. Start reading.
Oh.
Go for it.
All right. So, from Lord British. Yeah, see, I can't read this shit. You know better than that.
You can read it. Just read it.
Yeah, he's gonna make me fucking work here. Hold on. So I gotta get the glasses on to see that far.
Come on, Jack.
All right. Yeah, he's ruining the bits here because
You're killing me, Smalls. I mean, you got
I
6
can't
minutes
see
until we're
that.
supposed to do the calendar.
yeah.
Yes.
People would
Yeah.
be-
Oh,
Yeah, get out of here.
Okay, to Shroud of the Avatar players and backers, as well as potential Portalarium investors, we are very excited that Shroud of the Avatar will reach story complete in a month or so, and the full episode 1 complete is projected for later in the year. To support Portalarium staffing up to manage publishing, in addition to developing the game, we have initiated an equity crowdfunding effort with Seed Invest. Is this new information yet?
staffing up. They're staffing up.
Keep reading.
When we began the initial Kickstarter a few years ago, a forward-looking plan was implemented for features we hoped the game would have. At its completion, we have now achieved over 100 of the items planned from the Kickstarter campaign, as well as dozens of additional new items added during the course of development. Most of the remaining items to be filled will be added to the game by year end, except for the two cats. The team and I are devoted to bringing you the best game possible for the community and bringing in as many players as possible. We will not rest until we have done all that we can for you, just as you have done for us so well for each other in helping to make this game with us. In addition to our early outside investors, I myself, as well as many of our other team members, have invested significant time and money on this project. We are very excited to be creating this game with and for you. Since the Kickstarter campaign, we have continued to raise and spend in about equal measure, as has many other independent projects in the crowdfunding environment. We generally work to keep about 6 months of runway ahead of the project, and as revenues rise and fall for an extended time, we scale up and down our production efforts accordingly. When we have well in excess of 6 months ahead, we consider bringing on more contractors to help with game development quality and time. We have often received between 100 and 300,000 in backer contributions per month, as many player sites have independently calculated, as we have always been transparent with our backer data. At the low end of the monthly contributions, we still have almost 6 months of runway ahead of us. Of course, we hope that through increased quality of the upcoming releases, periodic telethons, and the story complete milestones, we will stay above these metrics and hopefully sustain the project's post-launch development indefinitely. As noted, we now hope to expand our company to become both developer and publisher, which is why we're doing a campaign with Seed Invest. Please note that there is a fundamental difference between the Seed Invest campaign and the Kickstarter campaign and ongoing in-game fundraising. This later opportunity provides you the chance to literally be a part of the company and make it your own. The investor perks on the Seed Invest are meant to be icing on the cake of true ownership. Portalarium is working with Seed Invest to position ourselves to best support the game in a live environment. We need finance and marketing people, as well as cash to spend on advertising to bring new players into the game. This will make all the early backer efforts pay off all the more. As the more players in the game, the more fun, the better the game economy, etc. Please share your enthusiasm for the game and company with anyone who you think might like to join us on this journey. My thanks, Richard, Lord British, Garriott.
Icing on the cake.
So, thank you. Yeah, this is not, hey, Seed Investors there, I'm answering questions. He answered quite a bit of other things in here, including giving us an insight as to their funding efforts and what's been put into the game. Thank you.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So, you ever going to read that letter?
Yeah, I'll read that after the calendar.
Oh, you sure about that? So you're going to read the calendar? I heard you. I heard you sneak in that after you read the calendar.
Jack is getting pushy today, man.
I'm telling you, without a contract, these guys they all run amok. I tell you.
I know. It's like they loop specific songs that aren't Stones.
I can't even hold a
what the hell?
contract above his head because he doesn't have one, for crying out loud.
I know. It's like, how are you going
Read
to
your
enforce this contract?
He ain't got no contract.
What contract?
Memorandum of Understanding. Read it.
Don't forget the
There's no one-
NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar.
Who's going to spell check that for last?
I got a girlfriend.
I
don't know about you, but
Girl.
You know, I do understand that she had to call you for a certain interview
well, she
because you completely forgot about that.
She set a reminder to remind me. That's why I have a girl for that.
Yeah.
Got the answers
The fact that you completely forgot about it
Again,
twice is
Again?
pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing that someone didn't click the big old red reject button.
That's good. That's why I got a girl. What can I tell you?
You got a girl for
care
that.
of me.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar can be found on the NBNN.info website, as well as the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app. And you can get that app by going where, Jack?
Wait, Gix Vargach made it to the set. Everybody should line up to give him his birthday spankings with
Happy birthday,
the butt
Gix.
slap emote. Wait, hold on.
Spiff, you got a happy birthday?
Yes, I do.
Let's get a little happy birthday for Gix going there.
I gave Gix a butt slap. Oh, now he's groveling for me.
Oh, he loves that.
Oh my! He's gotten into position. He's prepared for the almighty butt slaps. I mean, he was lined up for all the butt slaps, but nope. Okay, happy birthday, Gix. Let's see. Where was I? Community calendars on NBNN.info. Oh wait, Laz is doing the calendar today.
I read the intro to the calendar, and of course you dropped the ball when I says, where can they get the app? I don't know. You're killing me.
I have no idea where they would
Get
be able to
the
search
app
for
on
NBNN.
the Google Play Store, the Android iTunes, the Apple iTunes Store. I don't know why I always
The
wanna say
Android iTunes Store?
Yeah, the Android
Sweet.
iTunes Store is and the Amazon App Store. If you got a mobile device, you got a phone, go to the appropriate store, type in NBNN or Shroud of the Avatar or Soda, and you will find the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app. Got all sorts of great features. Everything from the forums to Soda Help to Soda Map to the Soda
Discord channel?
Community Calendar. Discord channels, not just ours, a list of all the Discords available. You can access the radio stations, all sorts of great stuff from the app, and the app is totally free, folks. So go out and get the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app, and you too can have a calendar in your hands every day.
Yes, don't forget all times on the community calendar are Central Standard Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia time.
Yes. At the 12s and 6s around the clock on WRFB.
WRFB.
Two idiots interpret the news so you don't have to. On a little show called Lunch with Laz and Jack.
With us.
Yes. At 4 p.m. on Avatar's Radio, Max Liao and Elgarian DeCauley, they do their Legion of Myth show. I know, where they talk about comic books, Shroud, a little bit of everything. Book reviews. At 7 p.m. on
You almost said 6.
NBNN. I know, I almost did 6. On 7 p.m. on twitch.tv/NBNN News, Wayne Klotz.
Wayne Klotz. Action.
He's going to be
news
streaming
report.
the EVL Virtue League PvP tournament. Registration begins in Virtue Oasis between 7 and 7:30. Fights begin at 7:30. Last for about a little over an hour. And they have redone the tournament battlefields again to make them a little bit more.
Again, to make it more
little.
interesting.
Yes. and less laggy. I mean, 10,000 blocks only creates a minor amount of lag. Then
Let's
so
throw
don't
a
forget
party in the basement.
Virtue Oasis. Hey, yeah, so no one can teleport to it. At 7 p.m. on WRFB,
WRFB Radio Free
or the 70s at 7. At 8 p.m. on AR, DJ Squirrel's biting through the wires. But more importantly, on WRFB,
WRFB Radio
Dr.
Free
DJ Eclipse Maiden, she's going to be probing your ear holes and making sure that everything is all right.
You know, that makes sense.
What, Dr. DJ Eclipse
Doctor.
Maiden? She is in med school.
Well,
I mean, she is working on becoming
So
becoming
now,
an MD.
now we have
so.
Dr. Eclipse and Nurse Justin. That actually makes
Oh,
sense
yeah,
now.
Dr. Eclipse Maiden? Yeah. Yeah, Dr. Eclipse Maiden. She's going to be probing all your ear holes. Yeah. And then don't forget unmedicated schizophrenia part 1.
Ooh. And along with that,
In game, we do have Striker Sparhawks Happy Hour taking place some pub somewhere, and it's Laz's favorite event of the week because it's known as
Spend Sparhawks Gold. Why is that on there twice? It's on two
one's
different
as a
calendars.
social, the other one's as a role play event. Yeah, 2 different calendars, one social, one role play. Hey, but you know what? It's the finest place to get virtually drunk on someone else's dime, so go for it. Final event of the evening is going to be on WRFB, and that's the record room.
WRFB Radio Free
And that's our community calendar for this June 14th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yes.
Yes. Now, I gotta point you to something, and I know this is way, way, way too long for our show, but I want to share this with you folks out there, and I'm gonna give you all a link. Have you seen this yet, Jack?
I don't know. Yeah, I would have to have a link in order to say it, give an affirmative or
I'm
a
gonna
denial.
put this out there for you. And Ley Stella Morte at it again with the nice Just One Life Airy Fund testimonial slash basically, she's giving you a gist of what it all is. She spent a half hour talking about it on her latest video. So definitely don't have time to do that.
Yeah, the 30-minute video is on.
Well, we do
Lisa's
have time
page.
to do that here, but of course.
We'd be watching the entire video.
Yeah,
the entire show.
we I don't know. What do you want to do tomorrow? You want to take half day off?
You know, we might just do that. might just do that tomorrow. Play the video, walk away. I mean,
we can come in, do
play
the
the video
intro,
and sit here
put
and
the
ponder.
video on for the last half, and walk away, man. You know.
Sounds like school.
But if we do that, how are we ever going to cover our sponsors?
Substitute T-shirt day. We're watching
Yeah,
a film
watch
class.
stuff film. Yeah, while I go screw off. Jeez, while I do my bills.
That's right. Yes, this weekend, if not before that, I really have to come up with some better way to add and roll sponsors as they come and go. Oh, the train
Sounds
coming.
like Monty Python there. Right.
I'm still waiting for Laz to start talking about the sponsors.
I'm
Hey, you
still
might be
waiting for my
waiting.
$2.
$2. $2.
That's a long time.
Of course. Well, I was talking about our sponsors. I was starting with the Airy Fund out there. Is of course, Lays has done this great video, and don't forget the month of June, the Airy Fund is supporting the Trevor Project out there. Woo! I just got that was that notification. You're killing me, Smalls. I was like, Mari's HUD is working again? I don't even think I got it running. Anyway, the Just One Life community cause campaign with the Erie Fund out there supporting the Trevor Project. If you want to get in on the action, there is a collectible cloak, a collectible poster, and t-shirt to go along with this effort. Depending on the donation amount, you can go ahead and get all three. But this cloak is an in-game cloak only. Donation of $25 or more will get you that cloak. And of course, all your donations are 100% tax deductible when you donate to the Erie Fund. The Erie Fund is a recognized 503c non-for-profit organization working, gamers helping gamers and good works through gaming. So go check them out at theeriefund.org and check out the latest campaign. There's going to be lots more campaigns coming on, and we'll keep you posted as they happen. Now, of course, another community-sponsored event, of course, is Hobloth coming up in November. Another one that's not very well advertised out there, so I told Rustic I'd go ahead and make sure we got plenty of shout-outs in there. The Hobloth event has all sorts of stuff. Of course, you do have to register. It is I don't know if it's an invitation only, but you have to apply.
Yes, there is an interview process that you have to go through in order to participate.
It's just not open to the public, and it is a paid event. Once you get through the application process, you will get instructions on how to go ahead and pay for that.
Participatory event.
A participatory. Okay, very good. And of course, there is a cloak associated with that. Donations for the cloak. You can go out to the Heart of Britannia website and click on the links for Hobloth and follow down there, and you will get information on that.
And then Hobloth 4, yes.
And of course, remember, Rustic told us the other day that this is probably the last Hobloth for a long time. Definitely going to be the last one at Castleton. So if you've never been, you want to be, and you want a chance to party on Richard Garriott's playground, this is the event you don't want to miss this year, folks. That's all I'm going to tell you. Now, of course, SodaCon Austin 2017, going on as well, and that's happening a month prior. And, of course, we are proud sponsors of SodaCon Austin 2017. For more information, you can go to the SodaConAustin.org website and get the latest there. Still waiting for the latest updates, but we'll have those for you here shortly. I do understand that the conference rooms and all that are in contract. They've just got to be signed, dotted I's, T's crossed, and all that good stuff. But don't forget, all sorts of great community events going on out there for the community, by the community, and constantly ongoing, whether it's in-game or out. Here in Shroud Avatar, lots and lots and lots of community events. Now, of course, I want to thank all our other sponsors out there. Not going to run through the big list today until I get this solution. But, of course, we can't forget the ShroudMarketplace.com. Gotta let the Shroud Marketplace roar, because we've got, 51 vendors out in the marketplace?
52.
52. Constantly growing out there.
52 player vendors. Yes, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. And don't forget, each of the vendors is a different player. If you want to start selling your stuff, you just have to register for an account, and then on the left-hand side, just click on the button that says Vendor Registration, and then you too can start selling your stuff. Just like Rhiannon's Creations, where she's got Game Gold, she's got the Leaf Shield up there, or you could be like other players like Yinky or Dread Pirates Gold, where you know what they're selling: Game Gold, they're selling other resources, they're selling artifacts, they're selling all kinds of things. Anything game related that does not violate the terms of service can be bought or sold on Shroud Marketplace. That goes from game accounts all the way to Game Gold, Crowns of the Obsidian, anything off the add-on store, and services. So you too can start listing your services that you want to be paid cash for, just like cheese sign writing from Wolfdom Shop, soda design services, Scrotus music service, or weddings and more by Laz.
Weddings and more by Laz. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more. Looking for those teleport scrolls? Come see me in game. Go see Jack at the marketplace. We've got you covered for your travel needs in and out of the game. Looking to get hitched? Come see me. I got the properties. We'll set up custom layouts. Anything you want. Wedding and tux rentals. You name it, we do it. Weddings and more by Laz.
Yeah. And don't forget, even if you're looking for deeds, you can find those on Shroud Marketplace. I'm selling a couple of village deeds, tax-free village deeds.
Tax-free.
ShroudMarketplace.com.
Place for
A place to go buy
Oh,
or sell
Gix,
anything
I
Shroud
love
the
ya.
Avatar related. And
The girls
you know
are
what?
gonna love you on that one. That's the Charlie Brown dance if I've ever seen it.
Yep. No, actually, I
That's
look at the
Pigpen,
feet. That
isn't it?
looks more like a Breakfast Club.
Uh,
Except it's not going to the
I
left
think
or
that's
the right.
more Pigpen, but anyway. We need to get out of here. We need to thank you guys.
Yeah.
We got to
Thank the most
you, all
important people
listeners.
around here. Yes, thank you for watching
Love
out
you
on Twitch,
guys.
YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB. That's right.
Yes.
Without your support, we wouldn't continue to do this. We've been bringing you the news here in Shroud and the Avatar for over 2 years, 5 days a week, keeping you informed of what's happening. But we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN. Stay tuned for more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, and the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here inside the game. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
So long, auf Wiedersehen.